Hi guys, so I built this game using OpenAI Codex, and in this video I'm going to show you how I did it. But before then, let me just walk you through the game a bit. So I have seen this type of games coming up a lot, especially on the Android devices, where you have a person, whether it's a farm, whether it's a car wash, whether it's an office space, and all those places. So it made me wonder, can I build something like this? And since Codex is fairly new, I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try. So let's just play with the game a little bit while I explain to you how I was able to do it. So if you can see, we have a premium car wash here. So this person is the person doing the car wash, and then once the car wash is done, they receive about $10 for every wash. And you can see that we have our wallet here where the money is stored. So once the money is accumulated, the person can use it to upgrade all this, whether it's the wash speed, whether it's the price that you want to increase, the spawn rate, the expand bay, the higher stuff, and then the automation. So basically you have this, and then you have all these people working around, just for aesthetics too, so that it doesn't look just too blank. But well, it's just a test, and forgive the graphics because it's just a test. And I find it to be very interesting because I believe that it actually makes sense, since one can use OpenAI Codex to do this. Like, it's crazy without having to do a lot. So to walk you through how I actually did it, first of all, I actually used OpenAI ChatGPT to actually have like a kind of a discussion with it. So first of all, I try to explain it, the idea, and I'm like, so there are these type of games that I see on Android. Basically, I use my microphone to talk through this, so it made it. That's why it's not arranged. But basically, what I was trying to do is I was trying to tell you that, okay, I noticed this kind of games, and they are pretty much popular, especially on Android devices, and how can I do them? So it actually got the idea, and it even gave me an example of some of these games that are actually available, which makes a lot of sense. You see, some of them are actually farm, desk, extend, and all that. So I decided to now say, okay, you know what? Let's just have something like that. But before then, normally the way I use my AIs is I try to have a lot of discussions with them. I try to talk to them about stuff. I try to understand what I try to make them understand what I have in mind, and after that I try to get them to give me pointers and maybe give me some angles that I may not have seen. And after so many back and forth, I was able to now ask it to generate a prompt based on that for me to use on Codex. So when after we have finished all the back and forth and the explanations, it now said, "Can I said, can you give me a very comprehensive, full detailed prompt to get Codex to build the Car Wash Empire game using Phaser JS? It should set up the project and everything needed for this, so I didn't have to do anything on my own end." So this is the prompt that it generated. And so I went through the prompt, and it felt like it was not comprehensive enough for me because I actually have a bit of experience with all these things. So I'm like, you know what? I don't think that prompt is comprehensive enough. So obviously it was like, yeah, it was good, but da, 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 da. So at the end of the day, it actually generated a very, very a better prompt. But to be honest with you, it's not the best, but I just used it because I expected a lot more. So after it has generated all this prompt, I went ahead and opened my Codex and created a project. And after creating the project, all I did was I just went straight up to paste to paste my prompt. And from there, it did the first version. I was not very satisfied because it did not include some graphics, so I made it to make some changes. Basically from the top of my head, we're just going back and forth on what I needed to do, and at the end of the day, it was able to help me get that prompt. Sorry, it was able to get me, to some extent, what I was looking for. And from what you can see here, all this was generated by it, and I asked it how to run the game. So obviously it was npm install an npm run dev. After I've done that, I was able to play the game, but it was not as I wanted. So you see, so I noticed first of all the section where the game appears. So obviously in the first test it's never going to be perfect, so you have to try and get it to make changes, make adjustments, and so on and so forth. Maybe in my upcoming videos I will make a video on how I did it from A to Z instead of having it like this. But the idea generally is you talk to it, because so I'm even using my microphone to talk with it. So instead of typing all this, I just click on this microphone icon and I use it to actually tell it what I want. So we went back and forth, back and forth. Can you do this instead? Can you change this? Can you change that? So at the end of the day, after all the back and forth, we arrived at this game. So you can see that it's pretty much okay, if you ask me, for something that was built in less than an hour, probably like about 30 minutes or so. And then so from what you can see here, $240, then I can just go on to maybe upgrade. So once I upgrade the wash speed, you can see that it has a bit of animation. I can also upgrade the pricing for the wash, so people can pay extra. Before it was $10. Now let's see what we're going to be charging per car wash. And if you notice, the speed has increased a bit, so now we have $15 per car wash, adds to the $10 we had initially. So I can go back here again and also upgrade to increase the speed as well. If I like, I can increase the spawn rate and also expand the base so that I can have more than one car wash at a time. I can also I can also hire a staff so that the person can actually do the wash while I collect the money basically and manage the upgrades. I can also set up an automation so that I can have like a full blown automated car wash where all I'm doing is collecting money. So this is just a simple idea that crossed my mind. Very, very easy to implement. All you have to do is, first, for me, I have always liked talking to ChatGPT or Claude or whatever AI I'm using before I jump into things. So I try to have a very, very serious discussion so that I can understand exactly where so that it can exactly understand my point, where I'm going to, and even it can help me with some ideas on how I can actually make things better. And after that, I am able to now say, what, let's get it done. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, do well to click the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. In my next video, I'm definitely going to walk you through how I went on creating this game, or even a better game on the spot while you watch me do it, so that you can actually see how it's done. Bye for now.